Hey everybody, Juice here, your host of all the Battle Reports, here at the Long War, where we always keep it icy. Big special shout out and thanks to all our Long War vets. If you haven't already, stop what you're doing, get out of your car, run around, get back in the car, go to longwar.net and become a veteran of the Long War today. Sitting next to me is the famous, world famous, best 40K player in the history of ever, shy of Kelsey Haley. Is Brian Delgado is back in the Beats Laboratory. Fresh off the heels of, Brian, you've traveled around playing some Eldar recently. You went out to the West Coast and played at LVO.
I did.
You know, and do very well everything else. So I'm not going to spoil too much and say too much, but you're playing Eldar Day, right?
I am, yes, as a matter of fact. Yeah.
Absolutely. So can't wait, as you can kind of see what we got in front of us. This is going to be one for the ages, I would say, at least height-wise.
Definitely. You actually found a model taller than mine. I'm a little upset.
I want you to know, I was like, Brian, hey, you want to play Eldar on this? I was like, okay, are you playing a Wraith Knight? Yep. I had to find this guy. I was like, I know. I'm just kidding. Okay, and here is some competitive Space Wolves. You heard me talk on the podcast multiple times why I think they're super powerful, and this is going to be a rendition, so let's break it down. All right, so we're just going to go with the elephant in the room. We've got a Knight Atropos here. This guy is super badass. I really like him. My Lancer is in the process of getting put together as well and painted. So what we have, the Atropos has a couple ranged weapons, a ranged beam D, and then he also has a large blast that's got high strength, low AP, and the potential of it being D as well. We also have he has the Long Strider special rule, if I'm not mistaken. That's the ability that allows him to run 3d6. He also has got some D in close combat. I also have, before I get to the meat and potatoes, as we say, we've got a drop pod with the Colexus Assassin. Then, coming up right up front that you can see here, we are showcasing today a squad of 10 Wulfen. Okay, and then we've got a mix of weapons here. We've got everything from the claws, the hammer, thunder hammer, and storm shield, plus a couple frost axes. Then pairing with that, we've got 3 Iron Priest. Now today we're going to be switching it up and running 2 of the cool new multi-wound HQ versions, 1 elite version, and a Wolfguard battle leader with on bike with his 2 Fenrising Wolves. Each one of the Iron Priests comes with 3 Cyber Wolves, and I just realized I didn't say this is Company of the Great Wolf paired with the Knight and the Colexus Assassin.
Okay, so today I'm going to be playing a competitive Eldar list. Comprised a lot of things that I saw at LVO. It's comprised of utilizing that void shield generator in relation to the maneuverability and shooting of the Eldar.
Brian, not going to lie, you alluded to a little bit ago competitive. That's exactly what this is looking like. Let us know, break it down for us here.
All right, so I've got a CAD Eldar. Got the Warlord is a Farseer with stone and spear. Got a second Farseer on bike. We've got 3 squads in the troop slots of scat bikes, 5 each. We've got the Wraith Knight, sword board. And we're bringing in, as our Lord of War, the Lynx. At LVO, we saw a lot of double Warp Hunter. I don't currently have 2 Warp Hunters, so we're using the Lynx to kind of replicate that. And then they brought the Void Shield generator. Allied into that is a Aspect Host formation of 3 squads of Warp Spiders, 9 big each.
Oh, these aren't Swooping Hawks here?
You only wish they were.
I know, tell me about it. Wow, I actually didn't even realize that that's all what you're playing. I want you to know we're sitting down here, we're kind of like, we don't fully divulge to one another, not because it's like some super top secret stuff, but it's like, yeah, I'm playing Eldar, I'm playing something, and then, this. So now that everybody at home watching, and now you and I both know what exactly is in each other's list, like, let's talk about what we think could happen.
Well, obviously I'm hoping to shoot you a lot.
God bless. I'm sitting here like, how can I word? Because I'm kind of known for going in kind of hard on the Eldar with some of the things, but I'm trying to think to myself, how can I word me not all just hate, but like, you got a lot of shots, bro.
As I recall, though, when I was invited here, it was build a very competitive Eldar list.
Yeah.
So I tried.
This is what you did. No, but this kind of shows, and because, and also is something that you spoke about then. But the what is this thing again?
It's actually only a heavy support. It used to be a Lord of War. I think earlier
gotcha.
I mentioned it was a Lord of War. It's no longer a Lord of War.
But so this links. This is actually it's good, but ultimately it's probably not as good as what was it? The
two War Punters I think would definitely be. And that's what we saw a lot of at LVO.
Okay.
I think you're gonna continue to see that. It gives the Eldar that barrage D reach out.
That it truly needs. Oh, it does. Yeah, indeed. I actually think to myself, I lose sleep. I'm like, gosh, if Eldar doesn't have that range D. So, but no, obviously, we just want to spend 2 more seconds. I don't know what the Eldar doesn't have. This is what I'm worried about. Your speed. You have 6 units, 7, 8 units that are literally the fastest in the game. One of the, like they do what it does, right? So like that is going to be hard for me to try to corral you because I brought close combat. Excuse me, I didn't bring a lot of shooting.
Right.
So like the only way I can do it is old school fisticuff. So I'm going to try to have to pin you in a corner.
Right.
I'm going to have to pull something out to try to keep you from just flying right past me. So I'm going to have to throw you some targets, but furthermore, I'm going to have to potentially roll some dice. Because look at the firepower you have. Like, are you kidding me? Like, I don't even know.
That being said, however, I have to live in fear of the reality that if anything you own touches anything I own, it's probably dead.
Good point. Good point. So that is definitely. I feel like the Atropos is going to come in clutch. Normally this was like a fly by the seat of my pants like pickup. I was actually going to run the Lancer, which I really love, but this was done and painted, and the Lancer wasn't. So I actually don't even know his rules. I've been reading up on him now, but
well, we're in the same boat there.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but what I like about this, I think that could cause a few problems for you, is the fact that the facing that I put my shield basically makes him armor 13.
Yeah, and that's going to be a real problem for me because obviously I brought plenty of strength 6 shots.
Absolutely. And just to make sure to clarify one more time of why I say it's armor 13 is because it's going to -1 to your -1 to your weapon, and basically shy of this guy, everything you have is strength 6. So you can't hurt 13. But so either way, I can't wait to show off my boy Luke's Wulfen. For barely tabletop quality painting services, right? Like he is doing his work right now, and now I'm looking forward to this. Like Maelstrom is going to be in full effect, and we're going to be running around, and I don't know what else to say.
Since you mentioned Luke, I just want to shout out to Randy. He's letting me use his Eldar models. I actually painted them,
cool.
But it's his army, so I figured to give him a little credit.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is something standard that he runs,
Yeah, I mean, some of it is.
Oh, okay.
This actually belongs to Big Robbie B over there.
Big Robbie B is if y'all didn't know, he's obviously the best looking guy in the room. But besides that, the motherfucker can paint. Like if you haven't seen some of the stuff that he's done, he's a baller. So, but before we say anything else, I can't wait to start rolling some dice and see what happens. So, guys, stay tuned. All right, Brian. So today, let's let everybody at home know that we're going to be playing an ITC mission.
We are. Yeah.
Matter of fact, from the LVO this past year. So that's going to be kind of cool. We don't play many of those, here. So we're super excited to see how that plays out. So we're actually playing Mission 1.
Yep.
That is the Dawn of War deployment. It has got, now let's help break it down. It is, they've got 2 different missions, a primary and secondary, is that right?
It's primary, secondary, tertiary.
And a tertiary, okay. But the primary and secondary are both worth 4 points each.
Correct.
And that is a modified Emperor's Will. You both give 4 points. You get 4 points if you own both, or you own one and contest the other.
Correct.
If it's a tie, we get 2 each. If neither one of us own or anything, it's 0, right? Okay, so that's that. Then the secondary is their version of Maelstrom.
Yeah, it's definitely an amended version. They've worked really hard on trying to get it as good as they can in terms of progressing objectives while still involving some kill points to usually balance out whatever the primary mission is.
Yeah, what I really like about it is, at first glance, is it's simple to read.
It is.
Right? Like sometimes you look at some stuff and they want you to go flip to this page, do this, avert to bring out a protractor and figure out, like some crazy stuff going on. But so this is real cool. It seems pretty easy to understand, and a lot of these things in here seem pretty easy to obtain.
Right.
Right? So it's not like there's nothing
no
on there
that stop a psychic power.
Yes, blow up a building.
Right.
It's a real quick rundown in no specific order, but it's hold objective 1, hold objective 2, kill a unit,
switched on there twice, right?
Oh, okay, that's right. I didn't even realize that. And then there's one with you have to be in your opponent's deployment zone.
Correct.
And there's another variable out there.
Which is your opponent can't be in yours, but you have to have 3 of your own scoring units in your own.
So, all of which kind of, in my opinion, helps out that if the top player gets that, he's happy as shit.
Yeah, right.
Right? Like that's a shoe-in for him, right? He can also kill a unit, so he's happy. Or the super friends who's, with all the speed and everything, they want to be in your opponent's deployment zone. They want to be spread out on these objectives. They want to kill units. So those are like the 2 farthest apart archetype armies. And Maelstrom doesn't hang over their heads too much.
Right.
Also, that there is something else. It is Big Game Hunter. So where it is killed the most expensive unit.
Right.
Whoever kills the most expensive unit. So that is their tertiary. One of their tertiaries, First Blood, Linebreaker, and Slay the Warlord. All right, Brian, so this is the first rolls of the game. So now let's go ahead and roll to see who sets up or gets, deployment sides.
I think I'm going to stay where I'm at.
There you go. And then now this roll is to see basically who goes first and deploys first. Whew, I needed to win that roll.
It's only because my dice touched yours.
Part of my plan. All right, so we're going to get a little lay of the land action going on, letting all the vets know what the table is looking like right now. We've all deployed up. I have infiltrated up. Brian's about to hit us with a seize the initiative. But so we have our Emperor Will objectives. This is mine here. Brian, you're keeping it icy right there. So also my Maelstrom objective that I placed, my number 1, I put center table. Brian, in all his wise Eldar trickery here, is sneaking one out over here because I'm sure his arm is kind of slow, so there's no way it's possible for him to get over here. Just kidding. Literally, he could do that and jump back in the same turn. I did my Warlord trait, gave me the D3 special ability to infiltrate. I did roll that 3, so I have a whole contingent over here, the Wulfen and whatnot. That's what's going on there. So, Brian... Oh, and I have Ulrich the Slayer chilling right here in the center, a.k.a. about to link up potentially with the rest of the unit. One thing is Brian, it would suck. My plan does not see you rolling a 6, yeah. So let's see if you spoil my plan or not.
Sometimes you just gotta roll a 6.
It is not a 6. I want you to know you couldn't have squeezed a Skittle out of my butthole right now. Like I was like, don't do it to me. All right, brother. Let's see what happens.
Right on.
So this is my turn 1. I got a little overzealous and started moving some models, but for continuity purposes, I didn't want to make sure that people saw like it was moved or anything else. So this is the beginning of my movement phase. Just to talk through a couple other things, you're going to see a Voltron. Early, I think this would actually be the earliest that you've seen, Brian. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
That's something breaks off, but I'm going to break this guy off and show 2 threats. I've got to try to threaten multiple areas. The Night Titan, the Atropos, and the Wolfguard Battle Leader is going to come here, hide behind terrain, and come over to try to draw some of his fire coming right, while simultaneously the link up, the merger between two clans here is going to happen while I take my infiltrating unit and kind of say, peekaboo, here I am, and weather that first turn of shooting so I can try to get into combat on turn 2. Okay, so I felt like this was not going to be an issue. I put my drop out with the Clay Assassin, again, to kind of take up table space because I knew he wasn't, Brian right now is not really relying for his turn 1 on too many psych abilities. So I'm like, well, let me just stick it here, no problem. We weren't even going to record this, we were just moving on. And literally, I mishap. Off the board, roll off of it, and have went back into ongoing reserves. And I'm going to be going after multiple fronts to try to make sure I don't make his decisions easy by just moving and shooting at will. Here he has to actually make some decisions. Difficult terrain? All right, so we have made our way to the shooting phase, and we're going to go ahead and forego any of the shooting long shots here and just play it safe and haul ass.
And 10 inches.
10 inches seems about kind of where I want to be. But also, the threat range and stuff, I want to make sure that he doesn't get too lucky with his rolls and runs and whatnot. So, what I'll do, Ved, see, this is my base, okay? And then now I can just move my 10 inches. So I kind of made it. People are like, oh, you've already moved your model. You can't kind of go back. I'm just kind of seeing real quick, determining line. You get 2d6, so it'd be 1, 2 squads. Okay, so let's do a little run move here. 3 inches. Basically what I'll do is try to hide Ulrich just a little. Why inking? This is the elite choice one. Iron Priest. I've got an HQ here and an HQ here. Then I'm basically just going to try to daisy chain everybody else up a little bit. All right, everybody. So you can let us know in the comment section what you think after my turn 1. Basically, no firepower. I can't get through the void shields. I've got to worry about all these threats. This is what I came up with, making multiple Voltrons. He is going to go hunting for that vehicle back there. It's already after his 12-inch move and everything else. It's forcing Brian into situations that maybe a normal Eldar player, if you play to his strategy, which is move straight at me with your whole army and let me shoot and kill you, then I know how that game's going to play out. So this is something we came up with. And then my unit over here as kind of like hopefully my unsung hero to shoo him away from this corner because I want it. All right, so Brian, you've been in the Beats lab. You know what's going on. This is turn 1. You're seeing a little difference of the Space Wolves across. Like, what's in your mind? What do you have planned for turn 1 here?
Well, I don't want to admit to being shooed out of a corner, but you did a great job hiding them. No line of sight. I'd have to stretch really hard to get to those really juicy targets of the Wulfen back there. So I'm probably going to have to do a little maneuvering away. I think my easiest...
Tactically shooing away?
It's a tactical shoot.
Okay,
it's
gotcha.
We're probably going to have to maneuver on your what limited dog star you have out there. That is a pretty juicy target for me. I think I've got some D weapons for your knight. I mean, we'll see how this goes. I mean, I'm going to have to counter maneuver to your maneuver. All right, so we just got done with my movement phase. I'm going to hit my psychic phase. I got some prescience and guide on some bike squads. I got a forewarning off on the Wraith Knight. And I'm about to take the first really important shooting of the game with the Lynx taking a pot shot at this Imperial Knight. Here we go. It's 3 twin link shots.
So it's at the beginning of the shooting phase. So I feel like Eldar trickery plays in. I should put my shield here in the rear because somehow you're going to end up right here. I don't know how it's going to happen.
Works for me.
But obviously the shield's going to be dead center there.
All right. So here we go. All right. They are twin linked. So let's see what happens. So 3 hits. So this is the D chart.
Yep.
Let's see what happens on the D chart. Well, I didn't get the 6 I was looking for, so unfortunately you get saves.
Okay, so I get 3 4-ups, right?
Well, actually, because I'm D-1, so that 2 that I rolled isn't even going to hurt you.
Oh,
it's just 2.
It's just 1. I gotcha. So here we go. I am looking for 4-up saves. I take 2 hull points.
It's actually 2 D3 hull points. So 4 hull points, but
same thing.
Almost got you.
The Atropos is a little stronger. He comes with 7, so he has 3 left.
All right, so we're going to start over here with the Warp Spiders firing at your star. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get the entire squad into the 12-inch range, so I'm going to have to run first. I'm going to use my battle focus and see how far I can get. 5 inches.
You can fleet that if you want.
I'm going to stick with that. That's probably okay.
I'd like to fleet that for the 6, sir.
That being said, I don't need to get too close to you. I just need to make sure everybody can shoot. In fact, far away is better. So then we're going to go ahead and shoot. We got our 18 shots. The 2 black dice are representing a bet. Hitting on 2s. So we've got 2 misses. And your initiative 4, and I'm strength 6. Targeting your initiative, so wound on 2, 6s are rending.
That seems good.
That went well for you.
All right.
Not a single 6, so
Okay.
that's what
So
you got,
just
sir.
a bunch of saves. So now, what's the range of the weapon? Is 12?
12 inches.
Okay. So the farthest we can get is to this guy, and Ulrich is out. So I can only take models on up here first. So is there an AP value equated with this or no?
6.
Okay, so I get my
You're
4 of
fine.
saves. Okay, so we'll take 3 at a time. Actually, maybe not. Would you say 2 at a time, and then it probably goes to the Iron Priest? No.
I think 3.
No, 3 and then the Iron Priest. Yep. So this is 3, 4 ups. Drops 1 down. 2, and then the Iron Priest. Those 2 are saved. 2 more. Both dead. Iron Priest now is going to... This is the elite choice one, so I only have 2 wounds. Ulrich does have 3 with a 3-up armor save and a 6-up field. I'm going to look out 1. This is a successful lookout. I need to make a 3-up save. Okay, lookout, sir. 3-up save. 6-up, feel no pain. I'm sticking it. I already know it. Ugh. So he does take a wound. I'll get a wound marker out here now. Iron Priest is going to take this one. Iron Priest is going to take it. Okay?
All right, so we're going to go ahead and move on to the second Spider Squad. They are also not all within range, so I'm going to do their battle focus. 5 seems to be the magic number today. I'll take it.
Yeah, and this is something, Brian, while you're moving, I'm going to go ahead and talk to everybody at home, is like, this is how fast these guys really are. I'm sure most of you have seen the speed. I'm sure most of you have seen all this. But for some of you, maybe you haven't. You just heard people talk about it. Well, now they move 6 in the movement phase plus 2d6. Now they have battle focus and fleet, so they get another d6 before they shoot. And then in the assault phase, Brian's going to be able to bounce out with some more dice rolling number of inches. So these guys on the top rate of good... They're high up on that list.
All right, so that's their run. Let's do their shoot. Same number of dice, so it's 18 dice. Black dice are the X-Arc. Hitting on 2s.
Hey, there's those friends you were just looking for.
Yeah.
God bless. Makes me feel good inside when I used to see that with my old school gene sealers,
Same thing, strength 6 wounding on your initiative 4, so I need 2s. Did pick up some rends this time, so that's nice. These ones do nothing for me. So, yeah, there you go, sir.
All right, Brian, so it looks like everybody is within that 12-inch range, so everybody is hurtable. What would you like me to take first, my
I'm going to
man?
have you go with the armor saves first.
Okay. And it definitely looks like I'm at 8 inches, 8 inches, 8.5. So it looks like 3 dogs. Oop. 2 dogs are up first.
Okay.
So we'll do these 2 out in the open are looking for 4s. 1 down. And then now I'm up to 1. Dog down. Okay, get rid of those dice. Now we're back over here with some 2-up saves. We are going to take these 1 at a time. Takes a wound. I use that as the marker. These are all other dice. I have 2 left. I'm going to look out, sir, here with a 3-up. Look out, sir, here with a 3-up. All right. What we got next?
All right, so you got those 3 rends.
3 Rens.
Iron Priest does come with a 6-up invul, but I think his cover save might be better.
He is. I think, I just don't really... I want to see if Ulrich can kind of beast with his 4-up. So I'm going to look out, sir, here. And I'm going to need to make a 4-up invuln. I'm going to need to stick this 6-up healing bomb save. No. He has 1 wound left, and I have 2 saves left. So I'm going to come back here, and I'm going to roll a 5-up cover save.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Okay. Iron Priest down, and that is first blood.
And it goes back to your dog now, so that's a nice thing.
Absolutely. So we're going to come back over here to the dog for nothing save.
Yeah. So that pretty much rolls up the end of my shooting phase. Was able to kill most of it. Unfortunately, you had to get the guy with the HQ with the extra win, so he's still there. But I'm going to go ahead and
Points.
start my extra Eldar die rolls. So the assault move for this white squad. 8 inches. I'll take it.
Oh, how the battlefield has changed shape already after turn 1. Brian, let's talk about the triple bubble wraps you got going on and wrap up your turn 1.
Okay, so we got some pretty decent effects with our shooting. I'm still really scared of this shooing that's occurring to me in this corner. So ultimately, I put myself in a position, hopefully, that maybe I get lucky and you don't get some great assault range rolls. But if you do, you're only going to pick up 2 units. And hopefully won't be able to pick up the links because I'm kind of counting on him to finish off that Imperial Knight. I was able to move a Horse Spider squad all the way into the corner there using that line of sight blocking terrain to give me a secondary chance and something to do if that Knight comes that way and the links can't get rid of it. So yeah, I feel pretty good.
And one thing to talk about here, this was a kind of a botched roll almost. They didn't get as far away. They didn't get that 8, the love that that first squad got.
Yeah, I was hoping for a little bit more distance, so we'll see. They're Warp Spiders, though. They've survived worse.
So we've got turn 2 me. I still have quite a few models on the board, so that's a positive thing after some round 1, turn 1s of Eldar shooting. So I've got my drop pod coming in. Hopefully we can stay on the board this turn. And we really need to make some, I'm guessing, 6 or 7 to 11-inch charges this turn. All right, so I'm thinking, hey, Brian, real quick, is all these jet bikes, are they objective secured?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, so then we will come right here, right on top of the objective.
Okay.
There. This is the iciest drop pod of all. Let's make sure we don't scatter off the board this time. We do make a hit, and we're just going to drop this one down here. She pops out. He, she, it, something. Here I am.
It gave up its gender for the Emperor.
It's true. Got a little movement going on here. So I thought about, I just pre-measured right before I got on camera to see if that Iron Priest way in that corner was able to link up, but I'm just a couple inches outside of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of come here, a little toe touch, a little terrain, and hopefully when I make another charge, he can kind of come in and not soak up another round of Overwatch.
To the place. Should. That would ordinarily excite me, except the fact that I know that you get to run and charge, which makes me less excited.
Yes. And we're going to do a little breaking off here in a second as well. This Iron Priest back here, we're going to utilize one of the cool special abilities that the Wulfen have. You'll be seeing that here momentarily. Okay, so I've moved the Wulfen. They do get their ability to run and charge, as you're going to see here momentarily. That's why I'm really excited about. But that's why they don't have dice in front of them, as you know we do to pre-measure to make sure people don't move extra inches. So, Brian, if you'll help me out here, I am going to break off the Iron Priest. And what puts me in base contact?
You are right there right now.
Okay, so that's 16 inches, so that would be a 4-inch charge.
Yep.
All right. We have found our way at the psychic phase now, so the assassin is in. Let's see how many total charges I have access to. I have 5, but she can only draw from 3 of these. I like referring to her as a she.
Me too.
So, Brian, it looks like I'm going to steal all 6 of yours that you have. Is that correct?
I mean, I don't really have a choice.
Or gift. You could gift them to me.
I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and give them to you.
Oh, okay, good. So, I have a total of 9 shots coming at you. I am ballistic skill 8.
And who are you shooting at?
I'm going to go to the unit that is not on the Sky Shield landing pad. I'm going to go with this Eldar jet bike unit here.
So we like to say in the Eldar world, we're gonna jink.
Absolutely. I get to re-roll these 1s. This is a wound marker, and I convert these on 4s. Okay. And then now I'm strength 5 versus your 4. Don't get to re-roll those.
Alrighty, so I need 4s because I jinked. I didn't get any 4s.
There's actually no 4s there. What you could actually do is add that and those 2, and that's 2 4s.
Well, so those 5 wounds actually just outright kills all 5 of my bikes.
Wow. Sometimes stuff just happens.
Sometimes math sucks.
It's the Wulfen time, and it's time for them to see how far they run. 3 inches is good. I am so surprised that I get 3 inches and an assault. So now at this point in time, guys, this is where we get our pre-measure stick out. So Brian, if you help me, I would like to see how far I can go to get to that white squad, potentially.
I think you're right there right now on this guy. This is the closest guy that you
Right there? Okay, so that is 12. So that would be a 9-inch charge. Would you agree?
I would.
Wow.
But only a 7 if you wanted to go to that red squad.
So the red squad would get me, that would be, a 7-inch.
Actually 6.
6-inch charge,
6-inch
yep.
charge, yeah.
6 or a 9. Huh. Wow. You know what,
Put
guys?
the 6 up here for you.
Yep. And I'm going to put that 9 right there as well. Man, that's a decision to make right there. And it is the Collection Assassin is up on deck again. So we've got the, not the Sky Shield landing pad. That is the infamous Void Shield. So we're going to throw. Brian has found my best spot for, we always get our opponents involved here at the Long War. So now that we have found that, let's roll this scatter. All right. Well, luckily I am ballistic skill 8, so I move 1 inch. 2 inches. Sorry.
You still get one of them. And there's a perils for me. So let's go ahead and see what kind of perils damage I'm going to take here. A 3. If I'm not mistaken, that is going to cost me some more charge, which I don't care. Do a wound to my Farseer. All right, so you actually got 3 models total, and it is a strength 2, if I'm not mistaken. So you do have the opportunity to just regularly wound me as well.
So I need 6s.
Yes, sir, you do.
All right, can't do it. So we are going to make our way to the assault phase, and I am super excited.
That makes one of us.
So what we've decided to do here, this is a 6-inch charge to the bikes. I want to try to have that happen because they are going to try to leapfrog and come back here. So I'm going to try to stick this 6-inch charge. I do stick it. And then in turn, and then now let's reconfirm just to make sure. That is the 7-inch charge there. And let's see if that happens. I have an 8. So I'm 2 for 2 so far. And I'm not mad at it. So we're going to remove this 9 from the Wulfen because we're just going to go all into the red squad. The only one that physically has a chance is this guy back here. And to be honest, I don't want to lose him to Overwatch because that's exactly what will happen. So we're going to roll their 6-inch charge to try to get here. So I would have failed that 9 anyway and got you would have free Overwatched me. So,
yeah, so let me get some Overwatch dice here together. So,
yep. I never underestimate Warp Spider's shooting. That's why I didn't want to loop him on by himself. He needed to go in because Brian rolled it down, and I actually lost a Wulfen with the Storm Shield with Feel No Pain and 3-up save. So the firepower is deadly. We're going to hopefully just bang this unit out and move on to the next one. We've got Atropos time now. We've got my 5 attacks. That's less than optimal, but we'll take it. I'm needing 4s to hit because I have weapon skill 4, and this is D.
That would be 2 dead bikes.
2 DED dead bikes, okay. Yeah. And then now they get to swing, or they already swung, right?
Yeah, we actually
okay,
swung
painted
those.
The bottom of the feet and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Okay, and then now I get some stomps.
Yeah.
Just a few, right? So let's see. This is my D3 coming in hot with 1. I'm going to put it right here so I get those.
Okay. Roll the power of that bad boy.
Does it have to touch my base?
It does.
So what happens if it touches the vehicle? Is that a thing?
Yes.
After further review, we did remember that we're playing at ITC, and Brian let us know that how it is judged, you cannot stomp things out of the combat that you're in, right?
Correct.
Okay, so the vehicle is saved. So let's roll the result and see what happens to these bikes.
Action.
That's the long war I was looking for.
Yeah. And I could like almost predict that was going to happen.
Yep. It's kind of like you knew it.
You can feel it coming. So yeah, you just go ahead and hand me those bikes, then they're pretty much done. Yeah.
Nothing gets me more joy playing 40K than just picking up one dice and willing the fact that I know it's going to be a 6.
I knew it. I knew it was coming too. That's the worst part.
Wolfgar Battle Leader is up to this. What is this thing again here?
It's a lynx.
Brian? The lynx, got it. So we've got my 5 attacks here. Can't do anything about re-rolling twin linked or anything like that. And I am strength 10, not AP 1 like the cool Iron Priests are. Your armor is
11.
11. So I do have to roll these dice. I do have a glance and a pen. So the penetrating, I am AP 2. 6 goes to a 7. I feel like that does something.
Well, yeah, it definitely does something. It's the fact that it's no longer a Lord of War, it just blows it up.
Wow, what a much needed turn for me. Like, I'm really surprised of how well that was. I needed that because if not, I just can't endure this firepower. I know there's a lot of shots still coming back at me, but on the Maelstrom objective front, I was able to bang down both of mine, which was to have a unit with within 12 inches or within Brian's deployment phase, or zone, and then to kill an enemy unit. So I was able to pick up mine there. And we'll turn it over to Brian and see what happens for his turn too. Brian, turn to you. Let's talk about how you're feeling.
So obviously the tactics that you utilized and the build of the Space Wolf list has put some serious pressure onto the Eldar in ways they don't like to be pressured. So now it's a turn for me to try to use my mobility and my shooting and try to get outside of the trap that you set and find a point in the trap that I think is weakest so I can start to break troops through it. Meanwhile, hopefully taking a couple of your units with me. My psychic phase, let's see how many warp dice I got to deal with. 5 extra dice, that puts me at 11. So we're going to go ahead and start this game of the psychic phase off with a 7 dice Eldritch Storm. We're shooting right here at your Titan. Hopefully maybe pick up some of this unit too would be great. So let's see. Alright, so we're going for the highest warp charge. I've got a perils in there. Pretty massive perils. I do have a reroll and the ability to reroll any number of dice. So I'm going to attempt to reroll here and avoid the perils. And I get it with no perils.
And it goes off on 4?
It does. So this is a strength 3, AP 3 barrage with haywire. So let's see where it lands. You got that scattered dice?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Dead hit. All right, so that's all 3 of your guy. Well, I think 1 dog's out. Okay. I got 1 dog out. I got your battle leader, the other dog, and the knight. So let's roll haywire on the knight. So it'd be a pen.
Now, it is on the same facing. It comes from the side armor, right? Because it is barrage. Okay, and it would still be placed from where I had it before.
Which is the front.
Because, right? Yep, which is the front. So, gotcha.
So I can't blow you up, so it's just a whole plate.
Absolutely. I have 2 left.
All right, and then let's Fleshbane here on your squad. So 1 AP3 wound. Looks like your guy's up front, so he has a 2-up armor save, right?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and just put it on him, 2 up.
And he doesn't care. Okay.
So Brian has said that it is the shooting phase time. So now it is the choice for my facing for my Atropos. So he has threatened me with 2 units, right? And now you did get prescience off here, is that correct?
I did.
So, and that is 20 shots prescienced at a lower bliss skill versus the wave or the warp spiders that have not as many shots but a higher bliss skill. So vets at home, this is where in my mindset it's taken me just a second to figure out. They have rending. Rending can hurt him here more versus no rending and stuff. But why this is such a big deal is whenever I choose my facing with the Atropos for my shield, the bearer from that facing, now their weapons go at a -1 strength. So it's effectively, by me taking them down to strength 5, it's like they have a 13 side armor. So, you know, after looking at it and things, basically what I'm going to do is force these guys to shoot the rear so their rending doesn't come over and do extra. Bump my shield to here so the strength of their weapon goes to 5. They physically actually can't even hurt me. And then that forcing him to shoot somewhere else, obviously probably right here.
Here's my shooting from the warp spiders into the back of the knife. A few more ones than I like to see. That's all right. They'll get it done. I have faith.
Looking for 2 6s, Brian. I can't do anything about this.
There's 2. And only 2.
Yep. What a great haywire. What was that? Eldritch Storm. That came in clutch. Okay, so now this thing goes. Kaboom, right?
It blows up. You need to figure out how big.
Okay, so I roll a d6 here.
Ooh, that is not the big one.
Good, that's what I'm talking about. I don't want to hurt myself there.
You want to roll a scatter for me real fast?
Absolutely. I've got a large blast snippet if you need.
It's actually this one.
Oh, okay. But it's not the D or whatever.
It scales out. Right?
Oh, absolutely. Here we go. So scatter dice. And how many d6?
2 d6. So right here, bam. So the only thing we really have to worry about is your bike.
Okay. What's the strength of his?
So it's a strength 2 at that range when you're just rolling a 1 on the table. So let's see if we can hurt him. Looking for a 6. Did not hurt him. All right.
His butthole did pucker a little bit though, because that was an after post blow behind him.
Assault phase. I've only got 1 charge to make. I'm going to have this Wraith Knight here go ahead and charge.
Overwatch.
Okay, go ahead.
I shot my bolt pistol.
Yeah, it didn't
wildly in the air. I want you to know that. I didn't even waste trying to
I
shoot
didn't
that.
put a die out front for long war vets, obviously, because I only need an inch and it's impossible for me to fail it. Here's my Hammer of Wrath. Did not wound. Alright, so I got 5 attacks at initiative 5. Let's see what we can do here. I'm only weapon skill 4, so I need 4s. But I am master crafted. So I got 3 hits. Let's see what we got on the D chart. Okay, so it's 3 invul saves. Each one, it could be a D3 wounds.
Okay. Failed my D3 invuln saves. Dogs it is. So I'm going to come back at you with 4 attacks on my own.
Okay.
Actually, this is 5 attacks on my own because I am at +1 because I am the new cool HQ version. So I'm at 5 base attacks, 6 off the charge.
You hit me on 3s.
3s, but I didn't roll any 3s
Again,
there.
because you're the HQ guy.
Yep. And then now strength 10. That is 2 invulns.
Alright, so my 2 5-ups. I made neither. Feel no pain. I picked up 1 feel no pain, so he takes 1 wound. I have 5 wounds left. Going right into our stomps. Let's see how many stomps I get. I do get 3. We're going to put all 3 on top of his head, so I'm just going to roll the strength of all 3 of these. None of them were a 6. So these are strength 6 AP4, attempting to wound you. 1 wound.
And I just get a 2-up save against that. Like a champ. So true thing is, I'm not fearless. I am only leadership 9, so I lost by 2, is that right?
That's correct.
Alright, so my leadership now is a 7. I need to stick this. When I mean stick it, roll a 9. So we initiative off.
Yeah, my initiative's 5.
It doesn't matter
And
what I
I caught
roll.
you. All right.
So you caught me.
No. Space Marines, they show no fear.
That's what I said. That's what I said. No.
I was all about you taking away.
That's right.
Let me tell you, that was rough to tell you to bring a rack. So that was a pretty good turn for me. I made some comebacks, right? I was able to kind of punch through, like we talked about, the encirclement you were causing. Kind of did a little board side switch.
It's so crazy. I apologize to interrupt. Right. Like, we're only 2 turns in, and look at the face. I mean, like screenshotting the different ends of turns. You were bunched up here, now you're here, and then I was here. I mean, it's unbelievable how fast the face of this battle is changing.
Absolutely, and not to mention the fact the amount of casualties we've already caused in 2 turns is pretty staggering.
Kicking ass. So turn 3 is where we're at. My go. It looks like I have no choice, but Wulfen's got to come here, which that makes me happy. I need to really try to beat this man down before I lose my 3-wound Iron Priest there, because he's going to give me some maneuverability that I'm probably going to need late game to try to hunt down some of these super fast units. Looks like there might be a chance for like a 10-inch charge coming here, so looks like I got a couple plays, meaning 2. So before we go any further, I do have a unit within 6 inches, so we're going to go ahead and roll on this Wulfen Cool Ass chart, the kill chart, for a unit that is within 6 inches that the Wulfen is not a part of. So I'm going to roll the dice, and Brian's going to tell me what I got. That's a 5, dog.
Wild Savagery.
Oh, yeah,
Models
it
and
is.
affected units can reroll all failed to wound rolls in close combat.
So just because these Wulfen are cool ass mofos, this guy gets to reroll all his wounds. I like it. So we've been linking up and disconnecting and everything else. Wolfgar Battle Leader is now a part of the Wulfen unit, and we're charging in. So the reason why I rolled is because I've got some guys chilling way in this backfield. If I would have rolled like a 2, you know, that could have maybe played bad, but I have basically infinity inches, all intents and purposes. And Brian, before we do any further, I'm going to just owe you, I got you a 1 Hammer of Wrath.
Okay.
That is a wound.
It is a wound. And that's it.
We have found our way at the initiative 5 step where most of my Wulfen are about to unload. So this, I have paid the points. This cool looking mofo right here is the upgraded Wulfen Sergeant guy. So he gets an extra attack. I am rolling all my lightning claws right now, or the frost claws. They do have rage. That individual right here gets a total of 7 attacks off the charge. That is unbelievable. And I'm looking for 4s, right? Okay. So that is all that. Now,
Strength 6.
Strength 6. I'm looking for 6s, but I get to reroll a wound. Now this is AP 2.
Correct.
So I got 2 already. I nugged out another one. So lightning claws that are badass. This is what every lightning claw wishes they were.
Yeah. I wish I wasn't on the receiving end of them. Alright, so these are my 5-up invols. And my feel no pains. So he takes 1 more wound.
Also at this same initiative step, I have a total of 10 attacks from my hammers because or not my hammers, excuse me, my axes. If they charge, they are getting, they get to go with their initiative. So these are the axes. Looking for 4s. And these are strength 8. Wow.
Oh, they needed that reroll the wound.
Yeah, I was not expecting that one.
Me
right there.
either. Alright, so I got 4 attacks at that initiative 5. I'm going to swing into the Wulfen. I'm looking for 4s. Mastercrafted. 2 hits. Let's see what we did on the D chart. Alright, so 2 invols on the Wulfen. You get no feel, no pain. And I get to do D3 wounds for every failed invol.
Okay, so we're going to start at this Wulfen here with the Storm Shield. Saved. Dead.
Potentially not.
Oh, because of the D3, correct?
Oh, I am strength 10, so yeah, he's dead.
He's dead.
Yeah,
so the cool thing is now, everybody, this is what we get to showcase. This is why I didn't mind killing him now, because this is at initiative 5.
Correct.
Because this hammer is dying, I'm going to lay him down. He, because he's a cool-ass Wulfen, gets to swing.
Right now.
Right now. So I just was able to soak him up, use him as the wound soaker, use his shield, and still get a full accompaniment of attacks as if it was initiative 1.
Correct.
So this is his 5 attacks, needing 4s to hit. Wow. Come on,
He was
Wulfen.
one of them too. He was strength 10.
He was.
Wow.
All right.
Well, okay.
We have made it to I1, so before all your stomps come in, I need to make myself feel a little better, so we're about to fistic up here. And we've got the Iron Priest, needing 3s. I haven't rolled a single 3. But I love the fact with this. Now we're looking for anything but 1s with the reroll of a 1 because of the cool-ass Wulfen are nearby. That is 4 total wounds.
All right, 4 invols and some feel no pains.
Sword and board. It doesn't matter how many wounds I make you take, but it's just one after another. So, but I feel like I got enough attacks to keep this up. So sure I now have the Wolfguard Battle Leader, needing 3s, and again anything buts. That is 4 more, homie.
It's getting tougher each time. Uh-oh. 3 feel no pains.
Come on, sword and board.
2. Down to 1 lone wound.
Leaving it up to the Wulfen. I have a total of 2 more axes. Or excuse me, 2 more Thunderhammers. That is a total of 3 base plus the rage for charging. So that's 10 more attacks, needing 4s. And now this is strength 10, anything but. That is 5 more, good sir.
Well, he tried.
He was trying his
but
damnedest.
He gets to stomp before he dies.
He does, he does.
So let's see how the stomp goes now. Let's see how many we get.
Oh,
1 stomp. All right, but we are going to hedge our bets. So I think in a lot of cases, people with stomps right at this moment would try to go for the Warlord and hope to roll the 6. But knowing that your guys are only armor 4 up, I'm really considering just trying to get as much of them dead as possible. I'm not sure. I'm a little torn. I'm going to fall for it. I'm going to fall for the same trap every time.
That's juicy.
I'm going for the Warlord.
You've got the Warlord, 2 dogs, and it looks like a Wulfen?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Oh my god. Thank you. It's not the
all right. So 4? Yeah, 4. The
Strength
Warlord's
6.
going to be harder to hurt, so let's see what happens here. So 2 on the non-Warlords, and 1 on the Warlord.
And the AP?
4.
Okay. So can I put all these wounds on him, or is that not how that works?
No, it's actually 2 model, but you can look out Sir. So the 2 dogs die, but you could try to look out Sir if you felt like you were afraid of the tutor dying.
Okay. So I take 2 from here.
Yep.
And then 1 on him. Okay.
You don't care. Oh, it was a bad turn for knights.
Yeah, true story. We're gonna roll some consolidations and keep it moving from there. Well, I feel like I did what I could, right? I was thinking about it. This is Warlord. That's the reason why he did not break off and try to do some heroicness. I'm trying to save as many points and get as many as I can, right? That's where I'm at. This is looking bleak now. I know it's only turn 3, but I'm a realist, and I'm looking at this as a tournament game. I'm trying to get and acquire and keep as many points as I can. I did get 1 more Maelstrom point, which is kill an enemy unit, so that puts me at 3. Brian is at 2. He got his 2 from last turn, so he'll roll on the chart going into his turn 3 and so on. But me being stuck in this corner, I don't know, unless something luckily falls my way with the being in an objective, or excuse me, having a unit in Brian's deployment zone. I don't see many more objective points coming through that avenue.
So it's my turn 3. We're going to attempt to see what damage we can do. I think we can pick up one more unit there in that lone Iron Priest. Let's see what happens. Shooting my Warp Spiders right now. We're going to try to battle focus. And we're going to fleet it. Bet I got what I needed.
You got the 6.
Which gives me a whopping 1 Warp Spider. I'm just going to move them up 5. I don't need to move up all the way 6. Gives me 1 Warp Spider to attempt, or 2 Warp Spiders rather, to attempt to shoot at the Rune Priest with the intent.
Trying to drop some shields. Wait a second, Brian. Hold on. I don't know if everybody at home realized that. What shields are you trying to drop real quick? I don't understand. Oh, you mean my Void Shield? The Void Shield I bought for my army that I showed y'all in the beginning. You mean
that Imperial building that we just gave back to you?
So everybody at home, are you kidding me right now? Because Brian and I swapped deployment zones between outflanking and moving, and then he getting away from me. And I didn't shoot any random shots that I could have in the beginning. I was like, no, it's fine, it doesn't matter. I now am in possession of a full up 3 Void Shield generator to try to keep me alive. Church says amen.
All right, here we go. Well, they all hit, but that's those 6s I needed now, not then. That drops 1.
Yep.
1 down. All right, so now we're going to fire my scat bikes at your Wulfen. So this is one of the tricky things about void shields. Void shields rulings are pretty. They maybe have some holes in them because technically I'm shooting at the Wulfen, and only the first 2 wounds that drop shields get taken away. So it gives me a chance that potentially I could drop the 2 shields and still continue to hurt
some wounds to the Wulfen. Absolutely.
There's not been that I've seen. Maybe later when you guys go on the comment boards can tell me a good way to do this. So I'm just going to roll them all together, and we're just going to deal with the fact that I'm not going to get to hit the Wulfen. If I roll an extra 6, then it'll wound a Wulfen. So they are twin links. All right, so hitting
And they're
on
twin link
things.
from Prescience that you did during the psych phase.
Correct.
Absolutely.
All right, so we need some 6s.
So I feel like you
At this point, I would just one by one.
One at a time, yes,
All right.
because you're actually not even. Yep.
So that's one left. That's all of them. So that is the shields are
So
down.
all the shields are down. Now these go to the
This
Wulfen
is
themselves.
wounding on 2, right? No, your strength 5, toughness 4.
Toughness
right?
4, yep.
Okay, so that is 5, 10, 12 wounds.
12 wounds, and real quick, let's just see who is closest. I'm at 21 and a half. And I'm at 22. So the Wolfguard battle leader is the first guy up.
Whew, first in the shoot.
Wolfguard battle leader is just going to have to take some of these, I feel, until he takes a wound. So I'm going to roll 2 up saves. Man, I like where I'm going here. Yeah, of course, I spoke too soon. I have taken a wound, so now we're going to get rid of this. So now I'm going to look out, sir. Great. I'm going to take one. Take another one. Look out, sir. Look out, sir, to this frost guy here. He has a... Does it have an AP? I'm sorry, bro.
No.
Okay, so 4 up. 5 up, feel no pain. He now has a wound. I am going to look out, sir. 4 up. 5 up, feel no pain.
He did not want to live.
He did not want to do it at all. Okay. Look out, sir. 4 up. Look out, sir. 4 up. 5 up, feel no pain. He takes a wound. And lastly, look out, sir. 2 up. Good to go.
All right. So now I'm going to go ahead and move to shooting the warp spiders. So warp spiders are going to go ahead and take a shot at your lone Iron Priest. 8 and the Exarch. Okay, so here we go. Shooting at the Iron Priest. All right, ones are a miss. Needing 2s to wound. Okay, so it's 3 rends, and the rest is just wounds.
Am I getting a cover save?
Yes.
Okay. You want me to do rends first?
Sure.
Okay. So I need to make all of these. When I mean I need to make all of these. Booyah!
Well, that's scary.
Now it doesn't matter how I roll them, so I'm going to just chunk all these or 2 up saves and make all of these. I am so happy I have an extra wound right now because I have 1 wound
That's the
left.
second time that's come to your advantage.
Absolutely, very so much. Well worth its weight in gold. The extra 25 points, right?
Yep.
To be, or 20 points to be where he's at.
So I picked up a Maelstrom on that turn. Turn 3 went strange because I had to shoot my own void shields to shoot at you.
I mean, you want to know what? I feel good about it.
I imagine you did.
Save me on a few shots.
So I am getting the advantage of well, hopefully that we definitely showcased the fact that your extra wound there was well.
Absolutely. And one thing
Twice.
I'd
Twice.
like to say the irony is I am now pinned in your deployment zone as I had you pinned kind of earlier. So, but it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it is my turn 4, and really, guys, I am hopefully going to get lucky Maelstrom because Brian was only able to pick up one, so we both are tied at 3 going into this. I'm hopefully, like I said, I can try to get something back here, but besides that, I really don't have any ability to reach out and kill a single unit. I'm going to have to dig in deep, stay back here, hopefully try to generate some more warp dice, and just hold on to his home objective.
You were holding on to it.
That's right. And keep my warlord alive. So I did get a little luck my way. I did roll again 3 turns in a row to be in this deployment zone. I'm glad I infiltrated right there. God bless Maelstrom. So I have now took 1 up on Brian before it's his turn. And cool thing is, the only other thing I get to do this turn is my Void Shield that I didn't pay for, but I'm taking full advantage of. Try to get some of these back. I get them back on a 5, is that correct? I get 2 monsters. 2 monsters back. Yes. Needed that.
Of course you did. Well, I don't know what to say. I got to go kill my Void Shield some more and see if I can't, pick some things off, some shooting, and hopefully, with any luck, I'll be able to expose that unit. Starting my shooting phase, I did once again be able to press against the jet bikes, so they're going to shoot at the drop pod. Let's see what happens here. So they are hitting on 3 with a twin linked. Okay. Not very twin linked.
I'm
just
here,
gonna
it
roll
doesn't
them
matter.
together 'cause they're all
6s.
Absolutely. So I kill the 2 shields and 2 hull points on the drop pod. Right?
Oh, I didn't see the 4th one. Yep, so 2, he's got 1 whole point left.
All right. And then we're just going to go ahead and shoot the Red Warp Spider Squad into your unit of doom.
Okay.
All right. So 1s and misses. This one converts on a 6. Nope. Because that pesky X-Arch.
Oh, yeah.
6.
Cool.
All right, so we got 3 Rens and 9-ish armor saves.
So what would you like for me to take first?
Let's go with the Rens, because I think I've kind of got it pinned out where it's hard for me to hurt anybody but your priest or
Okay. It is the farthest you can get back is these 3 models here. You can't get to him. So the Iron Priest has 1 wound left. And which one did you want me to do first?
Let's go ahead.
Do these? Okay, so I'm going to look out, sir.
Sure.
All success. Would I be getting a 5-0 cover because you're shooting through that?
Absolutely.
Okay. So 3 5-up saves, followed by 2 feel no pains. So the first guy on deck is down. Now, so that is gone. All these. Correct. I will start out by lookout sirring.
Okay.
To a 4-up. Lookout sir. 4-up. Lookout sir. 4-up. Lookout sir. 4-up. So he does not, so now a 2-up.
Get
5-up, feel no pain. Hey, that guy, no, he was actually already wounded. That's one of the guys from earlier. That guy was a beast.
Yeah,
right
that guy was that's an understatement.
So I'm going to look out, sir, both of these now. And they both are successful.
Yeah,
Good to go.
All right, and they're going to do their little battle focus thing, and then we're going to maneuver over to another squad of spiders. Well, the those of you who have never had the pleasure of playing against Juice may not be aware that occasionally Juice just decides not to fail saves, and it turns out that in the 18 armor saves and 6 freaking rending saves, I think totally I did like 4 total successful wounds.
Yep.
Most of them being 4-up armor saves?
Absolutely. We saw what happened over here. What you didn't see is he did basically the same amount of wounds on this side, and I took 1 wound. I decided not to fail 4 ups, followed by 5 ups, followed by Lookout Sir. So sometimes in life, that's what happens, Warp Spiders. Suck it. Okay, so here we are. This is turn 5. Brian did pick up his 1 extra Maelstrom, so we were tied going into that. I'm actually super shocked. So, and I hate to break the news to everybody at home, but I'm not moving, guys. I wish I could do something cool and bust something out, but what I'm showing right now is testicular fortitude. And sometimes in tournament, the cool thing is we're in the Beats Laboratory right now, and we're laughing and funny shit is going on. But for all the true tournament players out there, sometimes this is the decision you have to make. And sometimes you just swallow it and roll some dice. You don't give up, because I'm sitting on points right now, you know. So everybody just keep a smile on if you're at an event, and know that that the juice is with you. So I just basically did some maneuvering, make sure I got some more guys to do some Lookout Sirs too, and now I'll try to see if I can bring back some more Void Shields. It's the only thing I can look forward to. So here we go. Looks like 2 out of 3 is math. That's 2 turns in a row. I feel like that's math.
Yeah. I feel like that's what they said in the statistics books.
Boom.
So here we go, going into round 5 for me. I imagine it's going to look almost exactly like the last round, because I feel like Juice is on fire. But we're going to try. We're going to try to take out that dropout. We're going to try to take out the squad, maybe get lucky and be able to pull Warlord off, which is really what we're fighting for right now. And let's see what happens. Starting my shooting phase, got my prescient bike squad once again. And they're going to take a shot at that pod. Let's see what happens. All right, twin linked. Need them 6s. Got the shield. Didn't hurt the pod.
Best 100 points I've never spent. Boom!
All right, so, and the hits just keep on coming. All right, so White Squad's going to go ahead and shoot at the Wulfen. Let's see what we can do here. Still haven't managed to kill a Wulfen over here. Juice is 4 ups or
again,
amazing.
It was
epic even
3 in bones and 9 armor, and I took 2 wounds. Sometimes if you roll 4s and 5s, that's good.
So we're going to shoot the red squad over here and see if he can quadruplicate this performance. Okay, so the spiders are angry.
Yeah, they got real mad.
They're
No
mad.
ones.
They're not happy. They won one. Looks like 4 Wrens. Yeah, I'd say you pissed them off. I don't know.
Might have happened. All right. Where you want me to start?
Okay, so let's go ahead and throw the Wrens out and see what happens.
Wrens out. So we're gonna. I've got 5 ups, and I need some. I'm gonna Lookout Sir all 4 of these.
Okay.
And we're gonna start out. We'll do Lookout Sir 2 at a time to the Lightning Claw. Oh, we'll do Storm Shield guy. So they all pass. Yeah. So now I roll 2 at a time for the Thunder Hand or for the Storm Shield. Feel no pain. Good. And then now 2 more on him. Feel no pain. Oh no, excuse me. He made both of them. I was used to going with 4s there. Did you see that?
I know.
Okay, so all that is good. No wounds. Now these many dice here. You know what? I just feel like these 4s are so good right now. I'm gonna keep this. I'm not even gonna take 2-up saves right now. I'm not shitting you. So I'm gonna roll 4 at a time. Lookout Sirs. All success. We're gonna start on the Lightning Claw guy. So 2 at a time. 4 up. 4 up. Feel no pain. That seems good.
Yeah.
Let's do that one more time. So we're going to do 4 Lookout Sirs. He has to take a 2-up save. Good. Now I have 3. So again, we're on this Lightning Claw guy over here. Mm-hmm. So we're going to do 2 at a time. This is a 4-up. Ooh, I got to stick 2 5-up saves. Love it. So guys, I want you to know this is 3
Literally,
full
this is
phases
the
in a row.
4th time he's done this.
4 up. Sticking a 5 up, feel no pain.
Hey, takes a balloon.
I only have five saves left. So again, I'm gonna do 3 now. 3 lookout sirs. All success. We're gonna go over to the Thunderhammer guy. Do 2 at a time. 3 ups. Ooh. Got to convert these. Ooh.
Oh, you said ooh. That's why you lost confidence there.
I know. Well, see,
Your
because
confidence dropped.
I shouldn't have went back to the 3s. I like 4s, so I got to stick a 4 up here. And a 5 up, feel no pain. Yes. So now I have 2 dice left. I'm actually going to start tanking him on himself. 2 up save. And Iron Priest 2 up save. Yeah, finally did a wound. Dropped a guy down with 4. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Yep, 4 times.
And you knocked a guy down. Seems good. Love it.
So that was. I mean, I really.
I'm still laughing. I love
I really
it.
have no idea what to say. I mean, fortunately, if the game ends here, I did pick up the extra maelstrom, so I'm ahead of you by 1.
That is true. For me to go on, I needed to get lucky and everything. Who knows? You know, I can't believe it's been this tight, especially since I haven't moved these models really since turn 3. Brian, do you mind if I roll the dice?
No. By all means, do so.
Huh. Well, you know, I don't. To be honest, I don't know if that was a good or a bad roll.
I'm not sure
but it's
either.
over. Yeah, I couldn't have really come out of my phase. You know, I think if nothing else, I would have only lost more models instead of done good. So the dice are with me this game, homie.
The end. I
Yeah.
mean, I think the dice are pretty average up until the end there.
Agreed.
At the end there, you
Agreed.
definitely had
Yep.
the dice god smiled on you.
They're like, sometimes we just don't feel. What a great
And
game.
it wasn't even that my dice were bad. It was just you just had phenomenal saving dice.
Absolutely.
It was amazing.
But,
Epic.
hey, as we know, as you guys know, this is it you get from right here. The only way that you get to hear all the banter, the more talking about the dice rolling, and the tactics behind what just went down is if you go to longwar.net, become a veteran of the Long War today.
Deleted scenes, bonus content, and all the interviews and post-game wrap-up videos can be located in the Hall of Veterans on thelongwar.net. Visit thelongwar.net today and try a week completely free with no strings attached. That's not all. Thelongwar.net is also your hobby resource for exclusive early access with an ad-free experience to all your favorite videos. Members of the Hall of Veterans gain early exclusive access to multiple hobby videos,